floors put in, trying to sweep it out and clean it out now. Getting the walls prepped, took out some nails. Getting it ready for drywall. Previous owner has a whole bunch of stuff up in the attic. So it's just gonna be a very slow process of pulling everything out, sorting, and most likely getting rid of everything that's up there. This seems to be a bunch of odds and ends. There is a walkable deck up there. Doesn't support much weight, and all this wiring will be re-ran. We're getting a new electrical panel put in. Got an electrician digging me a trench right now. We'll have a 100 amp sub panel, and hopefully we'll be in business soon. Progress on the electrical. I've got my 220 lines ran, table saw, jointer. This will be a miter saw station, so I've got the outlets ran up high and low outlets on this wall, all for normal outlets, and then I got another 220 outlet there that'll be for my dust collection. Outlets ran along this wall, and that all needs to be tucked up and ran inside the panel box. All right, boys and girls, getting ready to do a makeover on the barn here. It's gonna be my wood shop, so as you can see, it's just rough walls, rough wood, and I'm trying to make this over on a budget, but that doesn't mean you gotta make it look cheap. So, got myself an airless sprayer right here. I've taped off what I can over the windows, trying to protect a little overspray. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to spray just the ceiling black. The walls will be drywall. We'll get a different color for that, and then I'll set everything up after that. But we're gonna give it a shot and see what we come up with. All right, we're up in the rafters. This is where I'm gonna start the painting process. I've got primer, and then I have this tinted black, and then I have black paint. I want all of this rafter area painted black. So best case scenario, you start in a horrible spot where nobody's gonna see if you mess up anyways, and we'll go from there. So what I did was, this is the gun that came with it, standard issue paint gun, and then this rod, the extension rod, is a Graco, which is a pretty popular name in paint sprayers, and the same tip is from the original gun. I just put back in this one. It just basically gives me an extension, and we'll see how it Got all the drywall installed. Finally, took me a full day and a half of another day to get it all done, but I pushed through and got it all done. And I hired a mudder to come in. He did it 3 times faster than me, and probably do a far better job. I can do it, but I'm not good at it. So we got it all patched up right now. This is gonna be the first coat right here. Missed a couple nail holes, so I'm watching them. And got the whole thing pretty much done. Now this door is going to be reframed. I got a new one on order, so I didn't put any drywall in it just yet. The electrical panel is going to be, I got to put a box cabinet door in right there so that I can always have access to those components if I ever want to change anything and do any more rewiring. But this header has got to go up to accommodate the new door because the concrete was up higher than we anticipated originally. So that's going to be reframed. It's going to go up another couple inches. The new door is going to be hung in there, and then we'll be back in business. And I just need to finish doing some painting. I couldn't get to this because the garage door was up in place. So I'll have to just get in my sprayer again and get it all taken care of. See ya. In the shop this morning, we're going to work on lights next. So these cool new LEDs are awesome. They're cheap. Costco, 20 bucks, and they're super, super bright. So I plan on doing 4 on each side. So there'll be 4 on this side and then 4 on that side. So it'll be 8 lights total. You can link them together and you can shut them off individually. So you can kind of pick and choose how much light that you need. So what I'm doing here is setting up a different way to mount them. I don't want to mount them on the bottom of the runners because, as you can see here, that hangs down really, really low. They give you chains. Now you can adjust those chains and bring them up higher, but even if they're sitting flush with that just kind of sticks down low, and I'd rather not have anything impeding my way if I can. I like to tuck it all up into the system. So what I'm doing is I'm just using these hooks that they give you, and I just cut a piece of wood that I'll later paint black. That's 26 inches because that's the distance of my rafters. So both of these will just sit in there, and I can secure those pieces of wood later, and it'll hang inside between the seams of the rafters. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put 4 shop lights up in the rafters, but I don't want the white cords especially just hanging down and being loose everywhere. Plus, now that my rafters are all black, I don't want the white to contrast. So I want as little white as possible. So bought black wire, bought black female clips for each one of the lights, and then male for the plug-in. And it's just a simple connection. You just hook it up. Each one goes to the next, and then the wire nuts, I'll either paint them black or cover them with electrical tape to even make that black too. So once you get all the way down the line, everything's hooked up, and you plug them in to the wall, everything's lit. And then you can even go down the line and turn them off individually with the rest of them still lit. So that way, everything will be tucked up, black. You won't be able to see anything. It won't stand out. Just blend right into the roof.